What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to I Want My $10,000 of SBA EIDL grant. It is Tuesday, June the 16th, 2020. I need you to do me a huge favor. Give me a thumbs up, hashtag EIDL with your comments below. And if you're new, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell. All right, every single one of you wants your $10,000 of EIDL grant, don't you? Then I need you to give this video a thumbs up right now, share it on your wall, and in the comments below, even if you have to copy and paste the title of this video, you need to tell Ms. Carranza and all the senators and all the congressmen and all the radio and television stations, almost 1,000 strong, that are getting the videos that I've created this week, which you guys have seen over 100,000 times. Did you know that the average number of views on our videos this week alone is almost 12,000? For a channel that's barely 2 months old on YouTube, that is epic engagement. I thank you very, very much. But this one is huge. So like it, share it on your wall, and tell Ms. Carranza, the head of the SBA, that I want my $10,000 SBA EIDL grant in the comments below. But I must tell you guys, I'm blown away by the progress that the SBA has made in the last 72 hours. As you know by now, they've reopened the site as of last night around 6 p.m. East Coast time to everyone. So if you've been locked out due to agricultural only, now's your chance to get back in. I have seen, in addition to that, ladies and gentlemen, with my own two eyes, I've had too much coffee today, so that's why I'm a little amped up. I've seen with my own two eyes, there are funding loans north of $150,000 in the last 48 hours. Let me say that again. They are funding loans north of $150,000 in the last 48 hours. I've seen the emails and the funding and the communication with senior loan officers myself. Now, they haven't come out and announced that. That might be on the QT. Maybe she's only giving that privilege to senior officers who've been there 5, 10, 15 years or more, which leads us to only one thing. Where is my $10,000 of SBA EIDL grant? Because we got the site open. We got numbers last night. They've processed almost 60% of loans. Only 2 million people, 2 million small businesses and sole proprietors are waiting for loan money at this point. And as Ms. Carranza pointed out last Wednesday, the average loan size is 65 grand. Ladies and gentlemen, let me explain to you in third grade math how she can fund an entire 10 grand of grant for every single one of you and give everyone watching, including those who already got a loan, $65,000 and still have money left over. We learned at last Wednesday's hearing in front of the Senate, which is chairman by Senator Rubio and second in command is Ben Cardin, who's been an absolute hero from Maryland, that the SBA has $270 billion of unfunded EIDL funds. And as I pointed out last time, and I'll do it right now, she could issue 5.4 million small business owners and sole proprietors that were in the queue prior to yesterday another 10 grand. Mind you, people like myself got some or even all of the $10,000, but she could give out another $10,000 as a way of, I don't know, saying you're sorry, Ms. Carranza, for the nightmare that you put us through. That would be about $54 billion invested. She then also admitted in the testimony last Wednesday that the average loan size is 65 grand. Well, they've already processed 60% of the loan apps. There's about 2 million that are left over. Give them 65 grand. Most of you got way less than 65 grand, but she could give every single business owner and sole proprietor currently in the queue a full $65,000 times 2 million is about 150 billion. So you take 150 billion, giving everyone 65 grand, take 54 billion, giving everyone 10 grand of the EIDL grant, and she still has about 60 or 70 billion dollars left over to give 10 billion of it to those that are coming into the site in the last 24 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, I just gave you a crystal clear example how Ms. Carranza, someone I have defended to the hilt, a woman who is a historic Hispanic American woman, spent 20 years at UPS, has given a tremendous amount to charity. She became the 44th Treasurer of the United States, But ever since taking over as head of the SBA, which is a Donald Trump appointment, it's been a disaster up until the last 72 hours. They're speeding up. They're funding loans, at least privately, north of $150,000. They've reopened the site to everyone, not just agriculture. The reconsideration process, stay tuned for that video in the next 48 hours, is moving along much faster. I've helped at least 12 people in the last 10 days get through reconsideration, and I can guarantee their attitude since last Wednesday's hearing is night and day. The only effing thing that we have been unsuccessful with up until now is to get Ms. Carranza to honor the intent and the law known as the CARES Act as written. But if you guys will do me a huge favor, like it, share it on your wall, in the comments below, say, I want my $10,000 of SBA EIDL grant. And if you want to elaborate what the lockdown or the damage has been to you and your company, please do so. This video, along with the others that have been seen thanks to you, north of 100,000 times, will go to almost 1,000 congressmen and women, senators, publications, radio, and television stations, because as I've told you numerous times, we will not rest, we will not quit, we will not give up until you get your $10,000 of SBA EIDL grant.